friends. TeresaLouise here. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry if I'm late. I got on the telephone and yeah, with my brother. So phone calls with my brother, you know, priority. You know how it is. So hope everybody's doing well. Today is Sunday. I know I came on, scheduled this a little earlier than I normally do. I hope it's live. Can't tell. And I don't have my computer up yet. Oh, there, I see somebody. Can't see who it is. But, oh, hey, Jamie. How's it going? I need lenses, progressives that go like up higher, right? So anyway, oh boy, what a day. I'm a little raspy because there is a fire somewhere not too far, and it's very, very smoky outside, and it's bothering me. So hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm just trying to get my other computer up. And yeah, so I heard that the fire is about 15 miles from us. So keep your fingers crossed. It was supposed to rain today, but doesn't look like it's going to, which is too bad. Come on, computer. Pretty chilly though, which does help with the fire. You know, cooler the weather, the better. So I think I'm done picking berries. I know you wanted to hear all about the huckleberries. Yeah, we got quite a few gallons. I think I'm done. I did have somebody come over about an hour ago asking if I wanted to go pick huckleberries, but if they would have called me this morning, I might have gone with them. But like, no, I already have other plans. I'm going live. My people need me, right? My people need me, and I need my people. And plus, it's just way too smoky out there. Bad enough having it come in the house. All right, got my lotion on. Oh, hey, my chat came up. So I can see who we have here. Okay. Hi, Polly. Hello, Susan. You're out. Hi, Joan. Joan is cutting squares and finishing a bag. Didn't want to miss the beginning. Oh, thank you. Susan is hand quilting. Oh, no. And hand quilting is done. And I'm finishing hand quilting my Southwest cross quilt. Then to sew the binding. Awesome. And we have Mary G. Hello, hello. And Jamie, the Quilting Compound. Thank you for being here. Hello, Cindy. And hi, Rita. Crystal Dragon House of Creations. Hello, Brenda. I'm going to take my laptop to the kitchen and watch while sewing the binding strips together and sewing them to my quilt. Okay. Hello, Donna. Hello, Three Patches. How are you doing? What's the temperature? The last time I checked, it was like 72, I think. But I think with all the smoke and it is cloudy, that's, one reason why it's cooler out. I'll take the cooler weather. Hey, Valerie, how many gallons did I get? I think I got about 16 and a half or 17, right around there, gallons, plus the 3 gallons I had left over from last year. So I'm like 19 or 20 gallons, which is a record for me. Definitely a record. I mean, the Huckleberry season was fabulous this year, right? I mean, they were thick and they were fairly big. So yeah, the last day I went up was a couple of days ago, and boy, did I get into some big berries. And Brandon and I picked for about 4 hours or so, and we got like a gallon and a half in that amount of time, or close to 2 gallons. And so I think that's, it's just, it's not so much that I need more berries. It's just being outside, and it's very quiet and tranquil and um, peaceful, calming, meditating. You know what I mean? Uh, I just really enjoy it. So, but if I get any more, I might just have to give them away. I think I'm out of room. Okay, let's see. Hi, Kathy. How are you doing? Yeah, Rita, I picked him when I lived in Oregon too. And I did it for the same reason. I just, enjoy being out. Oh boy, I noticed you guys, there is a big hurricane coming your way. So lots of prayers. I just watched a weather update on that, and it like switched from a category 2 to category 5 within just a few hours, which they said was very rare. So sending prayers out to everybody in that area. And I think Leanna, um, is still over there, and she might be in the path. So we need to say some prayers for her. Pastry Queen is who I'm talking about. I have not. I, the huckleberries look a lot like blueberries, and I want to say no, that we don't have blueberries in the high mountains. I know they have blueberries, like they grow them over by Eugene, Oregon, in that area. It's a little lower, more of a wet climate. Um, and honestly, if I looked at a mountain huckleberry or a huckleberry and a mountain blueberry, I probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference. So I'm not really sure. Yeah, huckleberries are tart and blueberries are a little bit sweeter. Hi, Joe. How are you doing? Hi, Living and Crafting with MS. Let's see. Did I see the other day that your name is Alex? Is that right? Um, oh, yes. Huckleberry ice cream is delicious. Oh, hey. I got it right, you guys. It is Alex. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Lisa. How are you today? Uh, so, yeah, other than the fire today with all the smoke and kind of giving me kind of a like a pressure allergy headache, you know, I'm pretty good. Yeah, I'm all right. And I got to talk to my brother, so that's great. He's doing okay. He's getting ready to drive back to work today. So he works away from home in construction. So I feel bad for him to do that. But he was telling me that he's only got 4 more years to go and he will retire. So he'll get to retire with, some sort of pension from his job. So lucky him. But and that makes me feel really old thinking my baby brother, because he's the youngest, you know, he's the baby. Now, yes, I still call him my baby brother, is going to be old enough to retire in 4 years. Yeah. And yesterday, which was August 16th, would have been my older sister's birthday. But, she passed away a long, long time ago when she was 20. And, but it got me to thinking about her because, yesterday was her birthday, but it was also the day that Elvis Presley passed away. So I was trying to figure all that out. And so I'm pretty sure that Elvis died in 76, which is also the same year that my sister had her son. So that would mean that my nephew he'll be 49 this year. So that means Elvis Presley, it's been 49 years since Elvis Presley died. Oh my God. It's those kind of things that make me feel old, okay? Right? I cannot believe my nephew is going to be 49. Ugh. Yeah, it happens every once in a while, Rita. I remember a name. But there are some people, for some reason, even though they've been in my channel for a long time, uh, I still can't remember their name. Or I've called them something else for so long that I was wrong. And yeah, then I find out what really their name is. I feel really bad, but I still want to call them the old name that I gave them for who knows why. So, but yeah, I guess I just remember because I was watching a different channel and I don't know why I remember some of the things I remember. But Sherry says, "Oh yes, her name is Melissa," and then we found out that no, her name is not Melissa. Her name is Alex. And why did I remember all that? I have no idea. Maybe because I thought it was funny. I don't know. I have no idea. So anyway, oh, was it 76? Okay, or 77? Okay, yeah, I would have been 15. So where's oh, I'm sure you're right. I don't know. Yeah, we were in the mountains of Oregon. My dad was a construction worker, and he was putting in roads for the logging companies. So he wanted, the family to all be together, and he was going to be at this job pretty much all summer. So we all camped out all summer long in the mountains in Oregon, by Baker City, Oregon. And we had a little transistor radio. And if you set in the right place, you could get reception. And so it was my sister's birthday, and we were sitting out at the picnic table, and we had the radio on, and that's how we found out that Elvis had died. And oh my God, I mean, my sister was more upset than I was. I mean, I liked Elvis Presley and everything. And oh my God, my sister was so upset, especially since he died on her birthday. And so that made it a really sad birthday for her. So, well, it's still been a lot of years. So 48 years. Hi, Janine. How you doing? Hey, Donna H. Hello, Diane. Hi, Joanna. How are you? Haven't seen you in a while. And Linda D. How are you? Did I miss anybody else? Yeah, so I found my old ice cream maker downstairs in the pantry, and I'm like, ooh, homemade ice cream, homemade Huckleberry ice cream. Ooh, that sounds really good. Okay, so I haven't been up in the sewing room at all week. I have done nothing up here, nothing. So I have no updates for sewing. No sewing updates, no quilting updates, no collage art updates. Everything is the same as the last time I talked to you. So here is where I am at on my bird. So I am going to visit with you guys while I work on my collage art quilt of the bird. And if I get that done, then I'll go mess around with the horse. I'll go horse around. So here's the birdie. Okay, it's the bird on the spool, because I was doing the sewing. They called it the sewing bird, bluebird, and I did it in watercolor. And then I got the bright idea that I should do it in a collage. So I have my fabrics out. I kind of have a toothache today. Um, so I got a bunch of fabrics out and have them all prepped and everything. And I'll point the camera down so you can see what I'm working on. So what I kind of figured out is I think once I pick my fabrics, I should just cut a bunch of them like into little pieces and then make little piles of those colors and then just grab them and put them on there. And don't be so worried about, uh, you know, placement. Because I think that is what my problem is worrying about placement of the colors of the fabrics, right? And had to plug in my little iron. And I used to do that too when I would when I painted. The painting just never felt like it was done. You know, I could fiddle with it forever. And there's at some point where you just got to go, okay, that's enough. I'm done. Right? Put the top coating on and leave it alone. Uh, so why not make it where it's like how you would get it if you got a kit in the mail, right? You would only have so many colors to choose from, and maybe they would be cut out for you already, maybe not. Uh, and then you would just put them down and see what you got. Uh, and I thought too, I mean, I can always come back in with those ink tints pens and do some highlighting here and there if I needed to, right? I'm not going to make this a quilt. I want to make a little project out of it, okay? And then I'm going to make a bunch of these little bluebirds. And then I'm going to have a giveaway and give one of these away. So I thought that would be fun. So that's kind of my plan. To thank you guys for, hanging out with me, hanging in there through Huckleberry season, right? You guys are so good to me. Hey, Jacqueline. Hi, Debbie. I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. Looks like a European robin. I'm going to have to look that up. Oh, you had to do that too, Susan? Yeah, right. You just have to, you know what I mean, right? There's a point where you just got to go, okay. Yeah, a lot of time picking. So, I mean, like when I did the spool on here, that basically is one fabric. There's the only highlight there is from the fabric itself. And I realize, looking at it, that while you can still tell that it's a spool of thread, the highlights aren't quite right, so you have to think to yourself, does it matter that much? I mean, you can still tell that it's a spool of thread. Does it have to be, perfect? All the shading right where it's supposed to be, that kind of thing. No, it doesn't. All right. So I did this earlier today. I didn't have any oranges or yellows really prepped. So I found some fabrics, that I thought would do okay, you know, different shades. So I'm still using batiks. So I have, you know, a lot of different colors in here to choose from. So I have that one and a few other little pieces of some other fabrics. So that'll be the breast of the bluebird. And then I got to figure out what I'm going to do for the white. If I want to keep it white or just kind of a creamy color, which I have a lot of creamy colors prepped already. So I might just go creamy. Hi, Joyce. How you doing? Oh, Jacqueline, yes, I am going to go pick elderberries this year. We have elderberry trees all along the river. So I do want to go pick elderberries this year and make some elderberry syrup, which is really good in the wintertime for your colds and stuff. So I will be doing that. And those are a lot easier to pick because they're on you know, it's kind of like grapes, if there's a bunch of them. They are really tiny, and the stems and leaves are poisonous, so you must be careful with elderberry. All right, so I do, oh, I was going to look up that European, I'll look it up and see if the European bluebird looks like this picture at all. Oh, poison berries, those are good. Marion berries, I used to pick those. Blackberries. Now, if I could find somebody who had some raspberries, I would be willing to uh, do some exchanging. I would take the raspberries and give them some huckleberries. Okay, pardon me just a moment while I do this typing here. My computer is so slow. I don't know why I bother even looking because my computer is just so darn slow. And then it just does what it wants. Okay, got it. Let's see if anything comes up. Spin, spin. I probably shouldn't be doing this while I'm trying to be live because, my internet is on the satellite. And so my telephone's on satellite, my internet's on satellite, my TV's on satellite, all fighting for control, right, of the internet. See, it's still searching. So I think I'll look later. Doesn't really matter at this point anyway, so. And who knows, my husband's probably on the computer downstairs too. I should have just left it on chat. All right, I'm going to put the camera down for you. Thank you. Okay, I need the lightest part for the breast right here, right in through here. So I kind of re-sketched this bird, and I don't know if you can even see it, but yeah, my computer's stuck. All right. You know, I need to try not to worry so much, okay? Sorry, guys. I just cannot see my chat yet. I don't know what it is doing. It's ever since it did a update, it just has not been behaving. Oh, now it's back. Okay. See how long that lasts. And there's that one. So that's going to be the lightest piece, and it's just going to get a little bit darker as it goes towards the blue. Yeah, raspberry jam. Oh, yay. I can see that. Yeah, European robin. Yeah, I'm going to look that up later, Valerie. Hey, Mona. How's it going, girl? Hi, Suzanne. Yeah, updates can be dreadful. Um, I was thinking about going and looking and seeing if I could do a backup or what do they call it? Reinstate what I had before through a previously saved backup. You call that. If I cut this leaf out just right, I might be able to get it to look like feathers. Which would be kind of cool. The smaller your project, I'm thinking should be the smaller your pieces, but I'm so used to working on that horse. Should I try and get the camera closer to this? Would that be, I know you guys can zoom in. The direction of this fabric isn't going quite the right way. Let's see. I want it to be all right. I'm just picking out these orange leaves because they kind of remind me of feathers. But I want the angle to be going in the correct way. Ooh, this one. I think this one would be good. See, I still end up being picky regardless. But no glue on that. So we'll take that off. You're zooming? Okay. Almost got the right correct angle on that. Go up there just a little bit higher. Guys, this is really fun. You really should try it. This is some fabric that I used on one of the other horses. So it had the fusible on the back still. So yeah, this is where I save all my scraps from other projects. Because you can end up using them for other projects, right? Just like you do your scraps from your quilts. And I'm just going to keep, layering this in. Okay, so sometimes I go sit out on the front deck, front porch, and watch the hummingbirds come and go and stuff. And I got a couple of hummingbird feeders out there, and sometimes a hummingbird will just come right up to me, and gosh darn it. I guess that glue is old or something. And I mean, like right up into my face. And it's just, flapping its little wings, looking at me. I'm like, hello, little hummingbird. I'm like, wow, that is so cool. And trying to, think, why do I keep getting hummingbirds coming up right into my face, like they know I'm a good person, right? And then I got to thinking about it. And normally when I'm out there, I'm listening to my book, okay? And I have my earphones on. And they are pink and white. So I think that the hummingbirds think I have flowers in my ears or whatever, They don't realize I'm a person. They think that I'm a flower. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of because that's the only time they do it, you know, when I have those headphones on. So then I thought it would be really cool to have like a little hummingbird feeder thing off of my glasses so that they have to come right up here so I can see them really close and, you know, to get their nectar. And then you just hold really still. I suppose you could do that like with the suction cup and put something on the back of your telephone and then record them coming up to your phone. I bet you could get some good pictures out of that. I'm definitely going to have to use some other glue or something because the fusible that's on the back of these uh, isn't super gluey anymore. Gluey, super gluey. I think Willa is glad that we're not Huckleberry anymore. I try to, you know, I tried to stay in places that was really easy for her because I know she is getting older and uh, I don't like her to have to go over a lot of logs or through brush and that kind of thing. So I try to stay in areas that would is the easiest for her. And she's really learned, you know, that I'm not going to leave her, right? So sometimes she'll stay in an area that's better for her and just while I go into the brushy part and with a lot of logs, or sometimes I even tell her, no, now you stay over there. I'll be right back. And she does pretty good. She just, uh-oh. Where did the black thing go on my eyeball? Well, it's around here somewhere. Yeah. Well, I can always cut another one out. Dang, I should have set that aside somewhere. What do you guys think so far? Is it looking all right? Oh, it is really magical, Valerie. Someone said it's a family member visiting me. Well, it was yesterday, so maybe it was my sister because yesterday was her birthday. Okay, Mona. Oh, does it, Donna? You find that happens with heat and bond when it's a little older? Use tacky glue? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Okay, Brenda says Indian symbols of joy, love, and healing and good luck. In many Native American traditions, hummingbirds are messengers carrying messages of love and joy, and sometimes the spirit of loved one. Oh, that is so heartwarming. Hello, Thomasina, Delaware. Finally finished my grandson's quilt. He likes cars. Awesome. I had that happen to me once. I was wearing a bright pink flowered dress and it came right to me like I was a big flower. I think it was surprised as I was. Exactly. I was surprised too. Hi, Mary Coon. How are you doing? I find out if that happens, iron it again. It helps to make it more tacky. Okay. I'm going to scroll up here for just a second, see if I missed anything else. Hi, Patricia. How are you doing? I'm putting it on the design on parchment paper first, and then I'll move it over to fabric. Linda Dollar, how are you doing? Do you have on red? Me? No, I don't have red on. I have pink on. Yesterday, no, I had a blue shirt on, but like I said, I'm pretty sure it was the earbuds. Hi, Nikki. Yeah, they're going to start migrating soon. I leave my feeders for them all year, all summer long, because it's a long, long flight up here from wherever they came. You know, and I think we have a few pairs that have babies here every year. So I just leave, have like 3 or 4 um, feeders that I leave up all summer. And then I'll leave them up until way late into September because sometimes you get the birds coming in late, and boy, are they thirsty. Um, Mary, it was actually a pattern from a watercolor kit, and I did the watercolor, and then while I was doing the watercolor, I thought, hey, art collage. And so I took the drawn pattern and drew it on a piece of parchment paper. And yeah, so it's the same size and everything as the watercolor was, but the watercolor painting of the bluebird is quite a bit different. So I'm making a mountain bluebird instead of whatever bluebird they had on there. But so I hope that answers your question. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, let's see. So what I ended up doing was going online and looking at a bunch of different bluebirds, and then I resketched the bluebird. Mostly I resketched where the orange colors go, and because the bluebird they had, there was only little orange right up here on the neck, and I didn't really like that. So and I kind of wish I had a harder surface. This is a little too soft. Let's see. But it'll work. It is what it is. Okay. Um, I didn't make that quite big enough. That's all right. It can overlap, because what I'm going to do is when I'm all done and I peel this off, I'm going to put extra glue on the back and then iron it down to my fabric, so it'll be pretty stiff. I'm not planning on quilting over this at all. I mean, that is kind of my plan at this point. So this is just going to be like a little wall hanging for the sewing room. So I'm not sure. I'm thinking, let's see. I was thinking about, okay, it's going to have to be like 8 by, I would say at least 8 inches. Yeah, at least 8, maybe 9 by 10. So 8 by 10, 9 by 10. All right, let's see. Something like that. Then I might go on Amazon and see if I can find one of those little hangers, or a quilt shop, get one of those like a wire type hanger thing, or some sort of stand. Not sure yet. And I'll probably frame it like ooh, that would be cute. Maybe I'll put it in a frame. Put one of them in a frame anyway. Okay. Got that all filled in. All right, so I need to do up here in the face. Hi, Jan. Thank you. Let's see if I have a time is it? 2:20. So I've been on for an hour, a little over an hour. So I'm going to get up here in just a second, move around, and I'm going to pick up that beak so it's on top of the bed. And then I want to get in here and cut some of this off. Boy, I might get this done today, you guys. Wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah, all the glue is off of that beak. That's why it won't stay there. So I need to find a little bit of glue. Oh, oh my goodness. I'm gonna try not to tack it to the parchment, just to the fabric. I'm gonna stand up for a minute, walk around. Oh, didn't realize I sat there too long. Let's see, this is seam align, gentle hold. Yeah, that'll work. And it's clear, so that should be all right. I forgot to pick out the background that I was going to use for this. Should I just use a plain background, or should I pick out a pretty batik? So I'm a little short right here with fabric. I just need a small piece, but it can't be too small. I can just slide it, under. And that will help anchor everything down. I did get the Collage quilt project of Cookie. Remember the dog? I got her back out, put her on the wall. So I would start working on her again too, maybe while I'm doing the horse. So, I just got a little teeny piece of fabric and I moved it around there until I liked it. And yeah, and I have the same problem right here. Got another little piece of fabric missing. So now I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back of that, right along the upper edge of the beak. I might have to stick a pin in this. Well, it's probably more than I needed. This is pretty good glue. Works really good with paper piecing too. I think that's why I got it. I think it came in one of the sew sampler boxes. Okay, now I'm going to finish these. So I think that might be all of the leafy orangey color. And I have this, or if I want to do a little bit of highlight on the spool here, I might use that. And I'm going to use this for these feathers. Hi, Helen. No, I haven't been working on the horse for quite a while because I've been out, picking berries and stuff. So the horse is pretty much where it was the last time I worked on it. I've been trying to just work on it when I'm live on YouTube. So yeah, I'll try and take you over. Joyce says, this is so dang cool. I need to try it. You do. You do. Laying down with the cats lurking. Are you feeling okay? All right. So this piece of fabric has quite a bit of texture. And color. And I want to cut it just right where the dark will run along here. and there'll be a little bit of light if I can cut it out that way with each feather. So wish me luck. I don't know if that's going to work too well, but I can always come in with ink, ink tints. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Like I get so close to being right on just by eyeballing it. I'm pretty proud of myself. All right, so there's one. All right, so the next piece needs to have a little bit of darker art. I'm probably going to have to find a different color. All right, here's what do we got here. How about something with a little bit of purple in it? Just a small strip. Is that going to be long enough? Okay, that's not. What about this? That might be too dark. I don't think this is long enough. Oh, here we go. How about this? Well, if it's small enough, it might be just fine. What if I do the purple? Well, let's just try it and see what happens. Just a strip. And then I'll have another blue one on top of that. Okay, I am going to try that. Okay, and then it's going to be another one of these. But I think I'm going to go in and get a little bit more of this greenish blue. And it's going to be fairly thin. That might be too thin. I think that'll be all right. And then it's going to have more feathers up there. And I'm just layering things, you know, not worrying about having too many layers because like I said earlier, I'm not planning on quilting this. It's going to be glued down. Take a little bit more of that off. Oh, thanks, Susan. All right. I think I'm going to use some of this up here for some of the other feathers. Okay. So I'm looking at the patterns in this piece of fabric. Here's the fabric. So that's what I do. I look in the pattern of this fabric and see if there's anywhere on here I would like to use that. So that looks kind of like another feather going over the top there. But, you know, kind of blends in a little bit over here, but that's all right. Like I could come back in with that, my ink tints pen, and darken this up right under there a little bit, and maybe, you know, where I think there might be some shading needed, a little more shading, I could do that. Okay, now I need a little piece for right there, and see what color I want it to be. I think okay. Hi, Teresa. Donna says, I have done 5 Mandela quilts with ink tints, and they are at least 14 by 14 inches. Oh, cool. Yeah, I love batiks for collage too. Absolutely. Hi, Rita. Thank you. Thank you, Mona. Oh, good. Susan's almost done with the binding. So, Donna, you think I should make this bird bigger, finished size? I think 14 by 14 might be too big. All right. So now this lower part of the bird is going to be, you know, the white feathers, or light colored, right? I think oh, I need one more color up here. Just a small piece to fill in. Let's see. That's it. Yeah. Is it, I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce it right. Shane? Well, welcome. I love this. This is the first time seeing your channel. Really excited. I have something new to watch and learn. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. And I do hope you enjoy it. Okay, so I need light colors down here for light feathers. How are we doing on time? Okay. Now, find me some. Oh, good. Yay. I'm glad I pronounced that right. Some of the fusible is heat and bond, and some of it is steam and seam. So I think all my blue is heat and bond, and all this orangish color is seam and steam, or steam and seam. Because, yeah, I have both products in the sewing room. All right, let me look around here for some. I wanted to try and get this pretty little blue flower in there. It's a blue rose, but I couldn't figure out any place where it would look good. Oh, maybe there. If that might look good. I'll leave it right there for a minute and think about it. Of course, part of that rose will have to go under the feather. Oh, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. I think I'll leave it there and think about it a little bit more. Okay, there's some really light bluey colors I think I could use. Yeah, oh yeah, this would be really good right here. I think really light, but still has some other colors in it. Let's try it. Mona's back. Oh, does it, Donna? She said, I find steam inseam sticks up the needle too much. Yeah, on the couple of YouTube groups on collage quilting that I belong to, they've had that same complaint. And a lot of people tell them that they, at the end of the project, when you're putting this on your fabric, to really steam it a lot. Like when you think you've done enough, do it 3 or 4 more times. And that's supposed to help. I'm going to use a little bit of this. This is speckly. See the little speckles? I'm going to use the light, but I'm going to use a little bit of, try to grab a little bit of that blue speckle so it's in here a little bit. And just, see what that looks like. Probably, not exactly what a bird looks like, but I'm just moving my other fabrics around because that piece I want under the other fabrics. Like that. All right. Now, the question is, do I want that blue rose there or not? What do you guys think? Hi, Janet. Just too tired to type. That's okay, Janet. I appreciate the thumbs up. I should have brought up a snack because I'm getting kind of hungry. You probably can't see it in your view, but this is a little blue rose right here. What do you think? Should I put it in there? I kind of like it, but it does stick out, But that, that's what collage is all about, is fussy cutting things like this and adding it into your collage. You like it? Suzanne likes it. Then I'm going to have to cut another little piece here and have it go underneath the thread spool. And then I will need to cut out the needle, which is right here, and get that in there. And then it'll be pretty much done, except for the eyeball. I lost my little black eyeball. And then when I get it glued onto a piece of fabric, I will do any highlights I need to do and then add this piece of thread right here. You love it too? Love it? Nature isn't perfect. That is so true. All right, it's going in. Because I think it's perfect. Okay, so that's where that's going to be. But I need another piece to go underneath it. Like, I would call it like a stabilizing piece. So it stabilizes. It doesn't do that much for the design, but it stabilizes the other fabrics. Gives them something to stick to. All right. So that is what it looks like so far. Oh, there, I found my eyeball. There it is. I found it. Make sure I get it in the correct place. I'm going to have to glue that on too, so I might as well just leave that off and put it right there. Thank you, you guys. Thank you so much. Background. Yes, add the rose. I love it too. Okay, thank you, everybody. Yeah, I think the rose looks really cute there. That's the other decision. Thank you very much. Now, I can just do a plain background, like put it on muslin, or I could do a pretty batik that has, that's light, but some sort of pretty design. Or I can make the fabric look like it's like this, it's sitting on a windowsill or a table, and then outside in the back, a wall or whatever. I can make it like as complicated or as easy as we want. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. And I can, this doesn't necessarily have to be done. I can always come back in with some more highlights, either with fabric or those ink tints. And I still do need to put the eyeball on, and I need to highlight some on this beak. And I want to highlight some in here in the feathers. So I'm probably going to come back in with ink tints. All right, so I need to cut out the needle. All right, let me see if I can find a color for the needle. Needle should just be gray, or that's too dark. The reason why I picked this thread, this color, this dark blue, is because it has lines in it that look like thread, but you can't really see that, I don't think, in the video. So I might have to come back in and do some more highlights on this fuller thread. Let's see. It's not the normal color of a needle, but let's call it a decorative bone needle. That's what needles used to be made out of a long time ago. And then I need the tip. I just had to make it lighter than the thread, Oh, I was going to put something in the crock pot, and I totally forgot. Gosh darn. Little teeny pieces are really hard to cut. This is a reason why you really need a good pair of tweezers. I use the tweezers a lot. Okay, there's the needle. Well, thank you, Janet. I really appreciate that. That is so kind. Um, yeah, I'm not rushing. I figure, if people want to watch the whole live stream, they are more than welcome to, or they can skip forward or skip back or, just do whatever they would like. But, you know, I want you to see the whole project, and I know I've done this bird this will be the second time. I think I started this bird over on Katie's channel. So, but I talked about it. I don't know. I have to go back and talk about it. Anyway, thank you. I do appreciate that. Because the bird is sitting on a spool, maybe add a table top or windowsill line. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh, thanks, Susan. I'll definitely go see that. Susan posted a photo of the small collage quilt that she did over in the Facebook group. So if you guys, there is a Facebook group. It's called I Quilt Too with TeresaLouise. The link is in the description box below the video. Love to have you. And if you have any art collage, you know, post that. You can post pictures of art collage, quilting, crafting, and recipes. Especially if it's a recipe that I can use for huckleberries. Okay, so what is the next step? The next step is I can either put some highlights on my spool here, this fabric, or I can do it with paint or ink tints. And I think I'm going to do it with the pens. All right. So my next step is going to be to turn off the little iron and turn the big iron on. Okay? Because I am going to put more glue on the back of this bird. Yeah. So I'm going to get that iron nice and hot, and I'm going to find a piece of fusible. Okay, I think those are all too small. So let me go over here and get a piece. All right. And because I'm not quite done with these yet, possibly, so all the fabrics that I used in this project, I'm going to put in here. And when I'm, done with the project, then I can put all of these away. And what do I mean by that? Well, I have little containers like this that have different colors, like all blues, all purples, all, whatever. And so I'll separate all these and put them back in the middle. But for now, oh, I forgot about the battery on my phone. I hope it's all right. So if it just blacks out all of a sudden, you'll know that the battery died, you guys. Because I think I only had about 60% when I started. Hi, Barbara. Oh, one of my precious treasures is a carved well crochet hook that my aunt from Scotland had. Oh, I bet. Oh my goodness. I would love to see that. Thank you, Donna and Jen. You ladies are all just so sweet. And the guys. The guys too. Because, I do have a few guys watch. I don't want to forget about my guys. All right. So I'm kind of cleaned up here. I don't like to work in too big of a mess. All right. So what I will do is get out a piece of, now this happens to be steam a seam. I don't know why I always say and, and this is really tacky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel this off of here very carefully, I hope. Okay, because I ironed it down on parchment, see, you can do this. I'm going to peel it off. There we go. See, go right up off of there. And I'm going to lay it on here. Doesn't matter if it's straight or anything. Okay. And then I'm going to cut this out. Super tacky. That's why Emily likes to use this in her collages, because you don't always have to press it down to get it to stay in place. And I'm just loosely, I'm not going right to the edge of it. Now, when I press this, I just use a piece of parchment paper to cover it. I like it using the parchment paper a lot better than those silicone sheets because the glue does not stick so bad on the parchment. And even if it does, who cares? Because it's just a piece of parchment paper, right? All right. So there's that. And now, so I have a piece of parchment paper already. So I'm just going to take the bird and lay it in there, fold the paper over, and then I'll go over and press it. And I just count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I flip it over and do the back side. Okay, so that is pressed, and then I'm not going to touch it yet until it cools down. Okay, Rena, that'd be awesome. I listen to a lot of books and shows of Scotland and all that area. I'm pretty interested in it because some of my ancestors, of course, came from Scotland. Um, their last name was Hamilton, and uh, which, of course, is one of the clans from Scotland. That's what I was going to ask you guys. Has anybody here done their DNA test to see, um, your ancestry? So I've been thinking about doing that because on one of my parents, my father side, uh, they always said we were part Native American too, and I'd like to see just how much. Okay. Okay, Joyce, thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it. I did 23 and Me test. I did both Ancestry and 23. Oh, unfortunately, they went bankrupt. Oh, no. Then what happens to all that data? Hmm. So I wonder which one is a good one to do then. I guess I could YouTube it. All right. So that's nice and cooled off. It should be. Yeah. And it just lifts right up off of there. All right. So now, look at that, you guys. My little birdie. So I'll go around and trim this off as close as I can get. And it has the paper, so it's nice and stiff and protected because now it has that extra glue. Definitely don't want to do this if you're going to quilt it because it's going to be really tough to go through with a needle. Okay. Um, but like I said, I had not planned on quilting this. It's going to be a wall hanging, so there's no need. Oh, this is so cute. We need to do another one. All right, if you want to do this with me, send me an email with your address, and I will mail you the pattern. A pattern. I will mail you a pattern of a bird and spool, okay? And we can do it together because I would like to do a couple of more. And in your email, if you say, please, Teresa, would you add the fabric? I would even add the fabric. Okay? Wouldn't that be fun? And it would be something we could do together. So let's say in the next 4 days, 4 days worth of emails, if anybody wants to. And after the 4th day, so after Wednesday, let's see, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. No more after Thursday. We have to have a cutoff time, right? Oh, you know me. I'll be too soft-hearted to say no. Anyway, so I think for today, this is all we're going to do with this. So what I will do is think about how I want to put this on my fabric that's going to be a wall hang, okay? But in the meantime, I can go ahead and trim this out. And yeah, I am so glad that I did this in a collage. I really am. And it's going to be the little bluebird in our sewing room, right? And when I get this all done, I will do a giveaway on it. Okay, so my email is in the description box. If you'd like to do this, just send me an email with your address and I'll send it to you. I figure it's only gonna, it probably all fit in a regular legal size envelope. So I will just put the pattern on a piece of parchment paper, okay, like I did here. And then you won't even have to have parchment paper because I know not everybody has parchment paper. And then if you want to trace that onto a regular piece of paper, you're more than welcome to. But I will trace it onto a piece of parchment paper and send it to you that way. And then I could just send you little pieces of fabric too if you need that. Or you can pick your own colors. I still want to do that. I have in mind to do a turtle. So I'm still planning on doing that. And I'll just do the same thing with that one. If anybody wants to do the turtle with me, I'll just send you the parchment paper pattern. I think this would make really cute gifts too, right? Not just for your sewing friends, but for, you know, maybe family members or good friends, whatever. Definitely if you have a sewing friend. Hi, Susan. How is Sparky doing? Oh, that's interesting, Darren. According to the native Indians, they say you cannot find out if you have any by DNA testing because they do not give up their DNA to anyone. Um, I don't know if they, I don't know about that because, well, could be. I have to ask some of my Native American friends, or I could just do more research. I did find it on the rolls, but I'll tell you, trying to do your um, history, uh, Native American history is difficult. At least I've had a difficult time. Maybe if I got some help. Oh, interesting, Nikki. Um, yeah, I might be able to get more information because my father was born on the Indian reservation in Oklahoma, uh, and my uncle. My grandmother wouldn't talk about it too much. So she took all that with her when she left this world. But she definitely looked Native American. I can tell you that. Okay. I think I got that cleaned up pretty darn good. I'm really happy with it. And oh my God, I almost got something completely finished in a live stream. Don't fake. Oh, okay, Joyce. Thank you. Oh, I'll be darned, Brenda. Well, I know it's on my mother or my grandmother. Oh, thank you, Susan. Thanks, Joan. Hey, Judy, are you been lurking? Mona's been lurking too. She's tired, so she's resting. Hi, Cherie. How's it going? Oh, yes. This would make a really pretty sticker too, wouldn't it? Yeah, I can't wait to put it on the fabric and get it finished. So maybe next Sunday we'll do that. Okay. Well, how are we doing on time? 3:30? I've been on for a couple hours. That's probably long enough, huh? That steam seam is pretty sticky stuff. My scissors are even all gummy. I bet you this is probably gummier than heat and bond. It feels gummier than heat bond. I might have to get a piece of sandpaper and sand that off. I know, Donna. That is why I have not done the DNA thing. But I would like to see more family history on the Hamilton side and where that leads. Also, which was also my grandmother. I know the other side, like my mom's side, because she is Dutch. So all of them, you know, they came over from Holland. So that's pretty easy to trace. So I'm half Dutch. I know that. And my dad always said Scott, Irish, English, and Native American. I do tan up pretty good. My I have a cowboy tan because when I pick berries, I have a long sleeve shirt on, and so now my hands are very tan compared to the rest of my arms. Okay, bye, Deb. Try a Tide stain stick. It will take gummies off scissors. Oh, okay. I really like Ancestry. Okay, Nikki, thank you. Yeah, she has a couple of different channels. So one is just private use thing that you saw there, but she still has her regular channel. Joan, yeah, send me an email if you would like to do this bird on a thread on a spool with me, and I will send you a pattern on a piece of parchment paper, and let me know if you want me to send you the little bit of fabric that I use to go with it. I'll send that to you. No cost. if you would like to do one with me, because I'm going to do some more of these, and they're going to just be the bluebirds like this. And I thought it would be fun if you would like to do one, and because so many of you say, oh, I need to try that, I need to try that. So let me send you the pattern on a piece of parchment paper and the fabric if you need it, and we'll just do it together. Be that simple, right? And so you have until next Thursday to let me know. Send me an email with your address, and if you would like the fabric too, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to send you the pattern on a piece of parchment paper, because I'm just going to trace it onto there and send it to you. So. Oh, no, it's not, Lona. You just put the fabric down. That's all. Cut and iron. Cut and iron. You can do it. You don't see an email address? It's got to be in the description box. Hold on, let me go look. Well, Janine, you know how to get a hold of me. You can just send it, you know, the normal way. Yeah. Yes, Jamie, go ahead. Or I can do it if I can get my computer to work. It should be at the very bottom of in the description box. I'll tell you what, I'm about ready to throw this laptop out the window. Oh, I don't see it. What happened to it? Now there's a bunch of stuff on there that doesn't need to be there anymore. Well, I'll have to go in and fix that. Hold on. It's BNTCHAFF62 at gmail.com. My email is there? Okay. I don't see it. BNTCHAFF62 at gmail.com. Okay, Brenda, bye. So when we get done here, I will go double check and make sure everything is as it should be. It's there at the bottom, right above your address. Oh. Oh yeah. Contact me. There it is. I see it. So good. I don't have to go fix that. All right, you guys, I'm going to let you go, and I hope you have a good night. And those of you who watched the whole or watched the end of the video will know what the special of the day is, right? The pattern, the bird. So anyway, thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate you guys. I love hanging out with you, and it really means a lot to me that you're here with me on Sundays and any other time I happen to go live. So I probably, now that I'm done out in the woods, I'll probably be going live more this next few weeks. And we'll be doing some other things besides collage, you know, do some quilting, sewing, long arming, that kind of thing. And I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. So, love you all and have a great rest of your Sunday. Bye for now. Oops.